Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 6, Episode 2 of A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature game. And we are playing with House Baratheon versus House Targaryen, namely with the Unsullied and the Dothraki. On the Targaryen forces, we've got Daenerys Targaryen on the board. Just initial moves coming out of round 1. We've got Stannis leading our Baratheons. Let me show you guys these Stagonites. I'm just going to place these two here just as a placeholder so I can lift these up and show you guys. Stagonites. Instead of doing a flyover, I'm just going to kind of bring these minis to you. I'm also going to show you the Dothraki Outriders. If you guys are interested, I've got a paint through video for all of these. I'm gonna go check them out. This is a speed paint through, but nonetheless, it kind of came out pretty good. I did something strange in this paint through. I actually used I primed the minis black, but then I sprayed the flesh tone with a shaker can of flesh tone paint, just because I know these guys were a lot of flesh tone. First time I did it, and they came out pretty good. If you see them, pretty good. Made the work a lot easier. And yeah, go check that video out. While you're checking things out, before we start round 2, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor. As you guys know, we are not monetized, but we do have a bookstore down below where you can pick up the Hermeticism of Hastur, Volume 2 of Disclosure from the Necronomicon Fragment. The companion volumes to this are the Necromancy of Nyarlathotep and the Alchemy of Azathoth. I will be collecting the Disclosure from the Necronomicon Fragment 3 volumes, as well as the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, and putting those out. We'll be publishing those out probably for Christmas in a hardcover Catu Journals hardcover edition, the complete works of it. So go check that out if you're interested. You can also check out Genealogy of Cthulhu on our Patreon for as little as $1. And that really helps to support the channel, as do your likes, subscribes. We're over on Rumble as well. And we are playing Song of Ice and Fire, all things Game of Thrones, Joan of Arc, Eldritch Horror, Cthulhu Wars, War of the Rings. Go check out. We have a lot of content out there. Helps us to grow the channel. With your likes, support, ring the bell to get notified. And on that note, let's jump into round number 2. So we'll start off with first activation. We'll have our Unsullied also doing a march forward. They get 5 for their march. So they're going to do a 10 march forward with a pivot. So they're march forward 10. And they're able to claim this objective, which says, when you control this objective, your opponent draws 1 less card when refilling their tactics hand. Okay, cool. So that'll be them, first activation. Next up, we can go ahead and put that activation token also. Just put an activation here, so we know. Let's also grab our Stagonites, let them move forward as well. Stagonites have a 5. Let's have them also do a march as well. Actually, if they do a charge, they get 5 plus a die roll, I believe, for a charge, right? So they can move, charge, and attack. Will they be able to get a lucky roll to move, charge, and attack? So let's see. They get a 5 plus a 3, so that's 8. But it's not going to be enough for them to have the attack, but they're right here. So they're also activated. Next up, we will have the Dothraki. Again, let's try to do a... let's just do a normal march. Actually, just a normal... Well, if they have 6 plus a die roll, what's the most they could get is here. Okay, let's just have them do a march of 10. And they will move to here. and they are also activated. Khal Drogo moving towards Stannis here. Next up, we have an activation for let's have our wardens. They're going to do a maneuver, so they can do a move, pivot, move, so they can pivot. And let's have them just leave it like that. Actually, let's move them like this, have them pivot. The wardens, they get a 4. We'll place this 4 here. And then we'll slide them up to the front of this. And I think they'll just stay like that. And they are also activated now. We'll also do let's do a maneuver as well. These guys will straighten out. They will go, there's 6. And they'll stay right there as they are, no pivot. Finally, we've got Stannis. I think Stannis can move and do a charge. So let's see if he can do can they do the charge here? So the Baratheon Sentinels get a 5. Yeah, so they'll just do the charge right into this. And they're going to do their first, we'll get our first attack of the game. It'll be Stannis and his Baratheon Sentinels. They get 8 dice to start. Versus our Dothraki. Veterans. Dothraki veterans. Dothraki veterans, each unit has 3 wounds. Khal Drogo. Onslaught. Okay, so let's just go ahead with the Baratheons versus the Dothraki. See what we get there. Okay, so we've got 3+ for our Sentinels. 5, 4, 6, 3. They're all hits. So that's 8. We've got for our defense 4+. That is 3. Khal Drogo. So they can take 3 of these out. And that leads them with 5 hits. 5 attacks here. Each unit gets a 3. There's 3 for each unit. So that's going to be 1 unit out and 1 unit down to 1 health. And we have to make a test for our panic. And we pass it. No panicking here. And that's going to wrap up that combat. So let's go back to that's everyone. I think that's the whole board. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the round. We've got the Stannis' forces landing the first casualty of this veteran. We will see you guys in the next round. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.